y'all? I said, what's up, y'all? Look at me when I'm talking to you, bro. Nah, I'm just messing with y'all, man. This your boy Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and we in here. So check this out, bro. Before we get going on our video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, share the video, turn on your notifications, and go follow me on Twitter at KOBoxing86TV. If you got a breakdown or if you got a prediction you want me to do, knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com is the email address. And don't forget about our live shows. I go live every Wednesday and Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. I go live every Sunday morning with the Singing OG KQKC Boxing Network. Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. But let's get it popping. Let's get into our video. And today, we got our answer. I dropped a video a day or two ago about Shakur Stevenson and how will he react to having to fight at home for the first time as champion. Looks like we're still going to have to wait for the answer to that question because Shakur Stevenson missed weight by almost 2 pounds today. So he will not be fighting at home as a defending champion and defending his unified WBO and WBC titles because he was stripped today because he didn't make weight. And it's just highly unprofessional. It's highly unprofessional, and he deserves all the criticism that comes with it. So, when Shakur Stevenson went in and beat the shit out of Jamel Herring, he got all the praise and he got all the props for that because that's what he deserved. When Shakur Stevenson beat Oscar Valdez in a masterclass performance, in a dominant performance, he got credit, he got praise. That's what he deserves. Well, when you miss weight, no matter who you are, Gervonta Tank Davis, Virgil Ortiz Jr., David Benavidez, Shakur Stevenson in this instance, when you miss weight, you deserve the criticism that comes with it. Now, this is what was said about it. Shakur Stevenson says, I gave it my all. I've been professional my whole career, and I made weight. But my body just can't make 130 anymore. My health has to come first. I'm moving up to 135 in my next fight. A casual fan will hear that and say, all right, cool. He gonna move up to 135? Or some fanboy attitude type people will say, all right, cool. He just gonna move up to 135, no harm, no foul. But for me, that is seeing people die in the ring and people get seriously hurt as I've been watching boxing for the greater part of 20 plus years, I know that you knew you was having trouble making weight before the weigh-in. You knew that you wasn't hitting your marks well before the weigh-in. Was Robson Conceição given an opportunity to not have to come in at a competitive disadvantage? Was he given the opportunity? Was he told, hey man, Shakur, he probably gonna come in big, he ain't gonna be able to make the weight, so do you still want to fight? You know, do you want to just make the fight at a catch weight so you don't have to drain as much weight? Was he given those opportunities? Or did you guys just not make weight, miss it by 2 pounds, but he still struggled and had to make weight, had to dehydrate himself, get down to 130 pounds, and now here you are, Shakur Stevenson, since you didn't strain your body, since you didn't cut as much weight, since you weren't professional, now you go into the fight with a physical advantage over Robson Conceição. Was he given that option to either A, not fight a fighter that couldn't make weight, or B, have some of the same tools that that fighter has, not have to, cut as much weight, just fight at a catch weight? Was he given those opportunities? I haven't seen any reports that he has, and Robson Conceição is very upset that Shakur Stevenson didn't make weight, and he should be, because last I checked, Shakur Stevenson is 5'8" with a 60-something inch reach. Robson Conceição is 5'11" with a 70-inch reach. He has a bigger frame. And he is older than Shakur Stevenson. The way that the body works, the older that you get, the slower your metabolism. So it's harder for an older fighter who's naturally bigger to make weight than it is for a smaller fighter who's younger, bro. Like, that's what, I don't like that. And then if you Shakur, you have to understand that, bro, it's so many people that are just looking for any reason to criticize you. Didn't you see that after your performance against Nakathila? So, in not being professional and not making weight, you just give him ammo, bro, to just keep shooting shots at you. You gotta be on point. You gotta be professional. You can't skip no corners, cut no corners. You got to dot every I and cross every T, and he didn't do it in this situation. And Robson Conceição, he said, hey man, he said yesterday that I am fake, so he shows the world who is fake is him. This guy is not professional. He should give an example for your hometown, and that's showing the opposite. He's not an example. He's not professional. So that's a shame for all of the boxing world. For sure, even if he made the weight, I would have taken his belts. I know I'm going to take his belts. I don't care if he keeps the belt or if he doesn't deserve it anymore. My function is taking the belts. I'm going to take the belts home. I don't speak so much like him. So I'm a professional athlete in the ring, and I speak so much like him. So if he wants to speak, it's scary about him. Tomorrow, I'm going to show the world the professional athlete that I am. Any kind of champion, pound for pound, has to be an example for the world. So that's not what he is. He is not an example. What did Robson Conceição say that was wrong? This is why we have to be careful when we crown guys. We have to let careers play out, and we have to see how people move. And if you a savage like that, right? If you professional, if you above board, at the very least, Conceição should have been given an opportunity to come in at the weight that you came in at. He should have been given an opportunity to decide whether or not he wanted to fight a fighter that knew that they weren't going to make weight. And if you couldn't make the weight anymore, why did you even take this fight? If you knew that you couldn't make the weight anymore, why haven't you moved up to 135 already? Did you just find out that you were having weight issues? Because I remember before this camp, you said you was moving up to 135. So why didn't you just move up if you can't make weight? And when you started your weight cutting, you wasn't hitting your marks. How long have you known that it was a struggle to make weight? It didn't just happen this week. It could have been last week. It could have been the week before last. Why didn't anyone say anything? Why did you try to keep it under wraps? Because you still wanted to fight. You wanted to be able to come in knowing that you wouldn't make weight, knowing that if you didn't make weight that you weren't going to try to even make weight. These are things that teams discuss ahead of time is what I'm saying. You ain't fooling nobody over here, bro. Y'all knew days ago, if not weeks ago, that you wasn't going to make weight and that you wasn't going to even try to make weight on the second attempt. That shit had already been discussed that you wasn't going to make weight, and since you're going up to 135 anyway, you're going to go ahead and just vacate the belts at 130 anyway. You're going to let them strip you so you can fight comfortable. That conversation been had before you ever hit the scale. Did anybody tell Conceição and his team? Or did y'all just look for an edge right now? Did y'all just keep that shit under wraps? I'm just asking, bro. Ain't nobody got to like it. People can disagree with it. Let me know in the comment section. But, bro, these are things that we got to talk about. Because I remember when Tank Davis missed weight, he got criticized for years, still being criticized to this day for missing weight. And at the very least, Tank Davis went back and tried to make weight on the second attempt to keep his belt, to remain champion. But we're not going to criticize a fighter that missed weight and then didn't even try. And I think not trying is the right decision, and I'll get into that. But all I'm saying is, bro, Shakur gets a lot of praise, and he deserves the praise that he has gotten so far. But with that praise, with those accolades, with that top-ranked contract, main eventing on ESPN, being paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to fight, wanting to be called a unified champion, wanting to be called the best, calling yourself, I'm Shakur Stevenson, I'm not Floyd Mayweather, I'm going to do this, I'm taking over this. With all of that shit, all of that praise that you get, all that adulation that you get, you deserve it, bro, because you've been wrecking shop, you've been shining. But when you do something that deserves to be criticized, you do need to take that criticism as well, bro. That's just how this shit goes. That's just the nature of the beast. With great power comes great responsibility. Spider-Man type shit, man. So I hope that the Shakur Stevenson fan base, such as myself, the rest of the fan base, we have to hold him accountable so this doesn't happen again, bro. I want to see that young man shine. And then there will come a time where you won't have top rank to lean on, probably. Where you won't have that crutch to where, yeah, you can move up to 135 because you got stripped at 130. That's not going to have any bearing on you getting a title opportunity at 135 because Bob Abrams still runs the WBO. you still got Top Rank in the machine bagging you, so you'll still get a quick shot when you move up to 135. But in the future, when you by yourself, if you ever decide to go off on your own one day, I think it's more professional, and it's probably going to be in your best interest to always move up as a champion. Because what if you go from 135 to 140 and you ain't with Top Rank no more? What if you go from 140 to 147 and you ain't with Top Rank no more? You're going to want to be able to petition to fight for titles immediately. You're going to want to be able to use your status as a champion to get fights made. And not have the fact that you're missing weight or having to vacate titles on the scale. You don't want people to be able to use that shit against you. You giving your haters you giving their haters ammo. You giving your haters ammo, bro. Who gives their haters ammo? So, bro, I'm highly disappointed. We're going to still do the prediction in the pick tonight because the fight is still on. But, bro, Shakur Stevenson missing weight is a bad, bad look, bro. There's no other way to skate around it, skirt around the issue, none of that shit, man. It's a bad look, bro. I don't want to hear nothing about him moving up to 135 anyway. I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, his body, he's just too big, he can't make the weight. I don't want to hear that shit, man. I don't want to hear that, bro. You make weight. That shit is like a normal person on their job. If you're supposed to be there at 8 a.m., shit, you get there at 8 a.m., bro. Not 8:05, not 8:10. You know what I'm saying? You get there at 8 a.m. If on your job you the one that's supposed to make the copies and shit and give everybody their handouts before the meeting, bro, that's what you do. You can't forget to bring the copies. You can't forget to make the copies and shit because that's your job. When you a professional athlete that's making hundreds of thousands of dollars fighting in your hometown, headlining events and shit, when you a world champion, you knew what the weight class is. It didn't change between your last fight and this fight. You knew what the weight was. You knew what the weight class was, and you dropped the ball, bro. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Comment down below, smash the like, subscribe to the channel, share the video, turn on your notifications, and go follow me on Twitter at KOBoxing86TV. If you got a breakdown or a prediction, knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com is the email address. And don't forget about our live shows every Wednesday and Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Every Sunday morning with the Singing OG KQKC Boxing Network. Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I appreciate y'all watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. And with that, we out of here. Peace out, y'all.